During the last 3 months of traveling, I've gained the impression that Mr. Roosevelt's popularity is on the wane, but that it is not slipping fast enough to of itself destroy his chances for re-election in 1936. The great mass of open-minded Americans who are not blindly bound by party allegiances and whose votes really decide elections, again, have come to the conclusion that the Democratic Party cannot run this country. But they do not seem to have any more confidence in the old-line Republican politicians. Mr. Roosevelt will be re-elected unless he makes some false step, involves us in a foreign war which is surely coming. Just remember, too, that this administration has control of the vote-getting machinery and has control of $5 billion to spend as it sees fit. And as present-day politics go, you could elect an Eskimo with $5 billion.
First, I imagine I supported him through my blogging. Not too often, but it's hard to miss Smedley's shtick. Well, I won't read the rest of it. Let's see. I just see a lot of J. Edgar Hoover. You can read that on your own. I'm putting the screenshots in. Basically, there seems to have been a bit of pushback on J. Edgar Hoover's image. That's from 1977. I find this fairly fascinating that the same kind of disinformation crap that is peddled today in a divide and conquer manner was going on way back when. So here you have it. This is proof that Smedley Butler was tied to the hip of J. Edgar Hoover. He was not a socialist. That is disinformation. It's called right lose left to repeat. It's the right-left paradigm. It's blah, blah, blah time. That should do it. There you have it. I've yet again explained something to you, the audience. I have a teacher certificate. I don't know if it's still valid. I think they run out. But I did go through academia. I got that master's in Ireland in social theory. I have another video where I showed that the idea of cultural Marxism was a hoax disseminated by the Lyndon LaRouche people. That should do it. I've shared enough. I'm 100% honest. I recognize that there's no such thing as immortality. We're meant to try to make this a better world than the one we were born into. Talking in terms of society. The same bullshit that went on way back when is going on today. The people in power are not as smart as they think they are. It's a big bureaucracy. It's a mob mentality. We're talking about the military-industrial complex as demented cult.
I appeared before the Congressional Committee, the highest representation of the American people, under subpoena to tell what I knew of activities which I believe might lead to an attempt to set up a fascist dictatorship. The plan as outlined to me was to form an organization of veterans, to use as a bluff or as a club at least, to intimidate the government and break down our democratic institutions. The upshot of the whole thing was that I was supposed to lead an organization of 500,000 men, which would be able to take over the functions of government. I talked with an investigator for this committee who came to me with a subpoena on Sunday, November 18th. He told me they had unearthed evidence linking my name with several such veteran organizations. As it then seemed to me to be getting serious, I felt it was my duty to tell all I knew of such activities to this committee. My main interest in all this is to preserve our democratic institutions. I want to retain the right to vote, the right to speak freely, and the right to write. If we maintain these basic principles, our democracy is safe. No dictatorship can exist with suffrage, freedom of speech, and press.